Good evening, viewers. Thank you for joining us on Global Entertainment TV show. This is your opinion, a show where we tackle the hottest topic in entertainment alongside with you, the viewers. I am your host, Busola, and joining me today in the studio is
Bella. Steven.
our discussion for today is Davido patriotic for his comments on Nigeria economic? Davido, a Nigerian Afrobeat star, recently made headlines comment on country economic situation. During an interview on the Big Omi's House podcast, he painted a bleak picture of Nigeria economic landscape, citing poor leadership, a struggling exchange rate, and a soaring oil prices as factors com- complicating the country recovery. He advised Black Nigerian Americans against relocating to Nigeria, stating that it is not school back home. The economy is in shambles. Davido comments sparked a wave of reactions, with some Nigerians criticizing him for his negative portrayal of the country. Others, however, supported his honesty and applauded him for speaking out about the harsh reality faced by many Nigerians. Guys, my question is Davido patriotic on his comments on Nigeria's economic? What is your opinion?
My opinion is that Davido is honest. What he says is actually true because everybody in Nigeria now are praying for that opportunity that they wanted to leave the country due to the situation at home. And then him telling those that is actually in the US that if they had a dual citizenship, they should remain here.
Yeah.
They, even if he didn't even say that, those of them that are there already know that what the economic, they have people, they have families in Nigeria that is feeding them of the information. He just going on air and then saying that the Nigerian economic is in shambles. It's truly in shambles. He's not lying about it. He's not trying to paint it because there is a whole lot of things that is happening. The infrastructure, the road, the school, unemployment, and underemployment that is actually happening in Nigeria. So he's saying the honest truth, and then I don't expect anybody that is actually living in this current situation in Nigeria to actually go against what Davido say. I don't think so. Unless if you are gaining in one political ways or the other, then you are going to feel like we needed to sweep whatever is happening in Nigeria under the rug so that we can cover it. Then we're still going to be dying in silence.
I think most Nigerians don't understand that word shamble because some people are saying that one big grammar like that. See, to me, what he said was his own opinion, and I believe it's something we are seeing clearly in the country. It's something that is obvious in the country. We know that our country is not it's not stable already. The way things are going is very very wrong. Let's take example of our oil. We are the leading producers of oil in Africa, but we still have to sell oil to other countries. And this country we are selling to, the price they sell their oil in their country, their fuel, their PMS, their gas, and everything in their country is more cheaper than we producing it in our the rate we buy it in the country. So all those things we need to think about it. Our economy is not okay. I don't expect we definitely don't expect people to lie about this. If our country is in a good state, if we say it is in a good state, I applaud his honesty for him to say it. But there are other celebrities that want to lie about this. If you go to another country, like let's take example the Western Union, you go to Spain, you go to Egypt, France, you go to Italy, you will speak good about the country because what you are saying there is fine and is okay. Our own country is bad. We need to speak bad about it. If we don't speak bad about it, those outside will know that we're really suffering. They believe we're really. He made a statement where he said, when I get to the country, that's the reason why I don't post the ghetto, something like that. Because we took the high things from this country. If we keep posting our ghetto, posting the rural areas where there are no lights, there are no good road, let the world know that we are really suffering. If not, our government will keep using that as a medium to cover up so many things. If they want to do advert about a particular state, they will show all the places they've tarred the road, where they've done good infrastructure, but they will not show where things are really going bad, and it's very very wrong.
I don't think there's anything wrong with what Davido said, because even the president himself mentioned it in Geo20 when he was actually, and then he said it's from Nigeria. The Nigeria is facing a lot of hardship, is in a bad state right now, and then nobody actually says anything about it because he is the president and he says something. Why did people actually ask him, you as a Mr. President, why are you not doing anything about it? And now Davido saying the same thing, they're going to feel like what he's saying is going to be against the word. Is against Nigeria. Why would he say that on an interview? Like, Nigeria is really crying bitterly. Each and everybody is crying. There's no longer middle class in Nigeria again. Everybody is struggling from one thing or the other. So this thing has to be looked into. If there's going to be a need for the foreign investor to actually make an impact in this, then it's going to be easy for us.
Okay, viewers, let's take a look at the video.
So for if people want to leave America and like try to find those,
Leave America and go where?
back home.
Let's be honest. Go back where? It's not cool back home.
It's not.
Just, I mean, my country now is in the economy now is in shambles. Like,
But if okay, so if people are leaving,
I do my part.
Yeah.
I'm an ambassador. So when I go home and I'm filming and showing, I'm not gonna show the bad parts. I ain't gonna show all the
You're
bad
not gonna try
parts.
to slum. You're not gonna show the trenches.
No, I go to the trenches.
Yeah.
I film the trenches, but I'm talking about the situation in the country.
Yeah.
Be Nigerians, you know what I'm saying? Like now the exchange rate is the oil prices are too high. And imagine a country that produces oil. We produce the oil and we pay more money for oil than a country that's importing the oil. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
there's stuff like that. But regardless, entertainment is one of the things that's made Africa look good.
Yeah.
We do not have the best leaders. That's a fact.
Okay, guys,
So
after
for-
the video we've watched, how can Nigeria tackle the issue of brain damage, brain drain, and encourage skilled professions to stay in the country?
There's a whole lot of way that we can actually tackle that brain drain in the first, because there's a lot of unemployed here that they are graduates and working on the streets, like driving Okadas, and then those people are actually graduates, and then some of them that actually have the opportunity. We are losing a whole lot of good like people that actually spend their entire 8 years going to school, serve their country, and then if they have the opportunity to leave the country, those people can be a good help to the field. Because when you talk about the medical field, the engineering, the all of them, they could be of help, but because of the country that is not actually in a good state, we are losing them. Because if the government can actually tackle this, give them empowerment, more companies and more foreign investors can actually come in, and they make sure that there's a lot that is being built. There's a lot of company that can be produced for all those people. Empowerment on its other hand, because there are so many people that can't even afford a common bike, and then they are all there in the street. Some have a handwork, they don't even have a means of how they're going to get the equipment of this handwork that they have. Then government can actually make an empowerment for the youth. The graduates as well, they needed to know that they are being paid well for their work. For the 8 years they are spent in school, they know that when they have to work in their own country, they benefit a lot. They are paying them well. They receive their salary at the right time, and then the cost of living should reduce, so that whatever they are being paid for, they know that this thing is going to help them maintain their life and all that. Not by losing a vulnerable people to the outside country because they feel that the economic over there is favoring them than in Nigeria. You have already spent a whole lot of money in going to school, and then the next thing you just leave it and then travel down because the economic is not favoring anybody.
Well, I think creating job opportunities is very, very paramount, because one, these people that are leaving this country and are going out to better their life is just for one reason: for a better future, for a better prospect outside the country. Now, if the government wants this thing to stable and the brain drain to be the way it is, they should start with giving out job opportunities, creating more infrastructures for these people to be able to stay, make the cost of living very easy, make the cost of security. But most people leave the country because of security. They believe the country is not going to secure for them to stay. Just imagine someone that probably you worked hard in this country, you got the height you want, you started earning more money. Now you need to secure yourself because you've attained one particular height. You can't walk freely on the
Because
road. You
of
can't.
insecurity.
Yeah.
Some of them believe when they go out, they are free there. The case of kidnapping is on the lesser side than it is in this country. So all these things we need to look at those aspects first before we even think of tackling anything else. That's just my point about it.
Okay, so how can Nigeria attract more foreign direct investment to boost its economy?
Well, like I said, if we create more infrastructures, we create more, we bring because creating more infrastructures and the economy, if the economic stability is okay, more investors come into the country. They invest on their this thing, and the economy doesn't struggle the way it's supposed to struggle. Job employment is very very paramount because most people we have on the street, people are going to, okay, you say there's enough schools for everybody to attend in this country. Okay, you go to school after 4 years, 5 years, you come out, there's no job. What do, a layman, after going to school and coming back, a layman, next thing that comes to a layman mind is, what will I do next? Let me start filing making applications for me to leave the country to do this. That's the first thing that comes to a young man's idea because he knows that in this country, all the money you spent in school, you can't earn it back in that 4 years because you have to wait like 10 years before you start seeing the income of all this. And anybody that tells you there's greener pasture somewhere, before you even get to that ISF, you have to pay. There are some jobs that will tell you salary is 1 million, but you have to give me 200,000 before I give you the job. Where do you expect those kind of people to see that kind of money from?
I expect the government to actually work with the transparency because I would still going to feel like there are other people, other foreign investors that would wanted to still make an investment, but because the government are not making a transparency out of it, then everything has to go down again. Because if you're going to find out that most of the government are not being transparent with the citizen, or they are not being transparent with a foreign investor that wanted to invest, no man in the right senses that is wanting to go into that business any longer. And in the other hand, talking about the insecurity in Nigeria is quite alarming. Like it's not just like a hide of a thing. I can remember when the time one of the an outside country was warning some of its citizens in Nigeria that they should beware of the northern place so that they should not go there because they heard that there is an kidnapping and all that. So I think this thing needed to be tackled because every outside Western countries are going to hear about this insecurity. So if this insecurity is being tackled and then our government is ready to be transparent as anything, some of it, Nigeria is going to, we are dreaming of it, it's coming to life already.
So do you believe that Nigerian political instability is a major factor in its economic struggles?
Yes, I believe
It's,
Why?
it's,
Your
it's,
reasons?
it's a big majority in all everything because one, the political instability affects a lot of things. Like you said earlier, transparency. Our politicians, our leaders are not being transparent in doing things because if they are being transparent, we have the trust in them. There is no trust. There is no transparency. There is no which one will I even use again? Because I'm it seems just even the entire person. Eh?
The political aspect in this thing that Nigeria economic is failing is that they they are not doing what they needed to do the most. In this aspect, I expect the government to actually look more into the insecurity that is happening in the north, because right there we have at least the farm production that is coming out, because there's farmers headsmen that is
Yeah.
there. It's happening. The Boko Haram is there. The kidnappers is happening there. Killing and all that is happening there. And then we have a major production that is coming out from there. So this thing needed to be looking, but the governments are not working into it. The infrastructure that is coming, the governments are not looking into it. The economy that is not favoring anybody, the governments are not looking into it. I'm talking about the electricity. While some most business people needed electricity for their job, they are not doing anything to stable the electricity for some people. So how are they going to do it? Talking about the oil reform forum, there is another problem there. Because if you're going to be a business owner and then there's no stable electricity, you wanted to go and get a fuel, and then that will cost you another thing. So we expect the government to at least step into some of those things and then ease the stress that is actually going on, or that the Nigerians are complaining about, so that we also will know that the leaders we put in seat put us at heart, and then they are doing what they heard from us. Not going to be there and then it feels like since you can afford security personnel for yourself, that if you are going out and you are coming in, you have 3 to 5 security personnel that is guiding you, then the rest of the citizen does not matter. So the government, they are really playing a whole lot in this economic thing, because the lot is going down. The business owners are suffering on it. The security, the insecurity is on its high. The educational levels is on its own. The health sector is on its own. All these things are actually needed a pay attention to. Because you can't expect a foreign company that is going to be coming and then they are not being attended to in a good health, when they felt that they needed to attend. Because if you go to their place now, you have a premium of healthcare center there. Anything that you need is going to be provided. So imagine that you come to Nigeria as a white person and then you are sick, you have to fly back to your own state because you needed a medical care. And then if you are going to be investing, and then you as a white Western person, you needed to invest so much in diesel just because you needed to stable your production or your company. Is it a gain for you or a loss? All these things needed to be balanced so that at least we can have a better Nigeria and a future. So what Davido say is not wrong. All these things needs to be looked into.
Yeah. So, do you think celebrities do enough with their influence to voice out the problem of Nigeria?
I No, because most celebrities, they are after their own pocket, after their own income. Because me, I believe what Davido did was a bold step, because most celebrities won't actually say what he said. They will want to keep some questions out of the line, take some questions that will favor them in. Because I believe celebrities in Nigeria, if all celebrities act together, work together, tell people, because there are so many people following these people, there are so many people that love these people, so many people are always after them, they are always viewing them. If some celebrities start going into public opinion, start saying things the way it is, start posting things that the world needs to know about it, I believe, see, the best way for us to fight this corruption in this country is if our celebrities also come hand to hand and work with the masses. Because we cannot just be viewing them, liking their pictures, downloading their music, watching their movies, watching their skit and everything, and they are not impacting in a way that this country needs to move forward. Everybody just want everything to use our own pockets.
To my own understanding is that those things of in Nigeria is just as if that everybody has its own opposition person. Is either you are for this party or you are against this party, and then it's just as if that if it says you have, because I remember last year election that is going on, some celebrity were actually standing for this present political view, and then we are expecting these people that the politics are there, the leaders are there that we actually look up to, and those people are also celebrities that some of them are actually a role model to some people, and then we expect them that at least where there is wrong, they should boldly come out and say that this is wrong, not by pushing your own followers to at least to see your own point of view and says that this person is going to be good, while you know that you are actually benefiting when you're benefiting from it, because you feels like when you support this person, some of the things that you are doing in secret is not going to come to light, and then you try to just cover it. I feel like Nigerian celebrity is only few that we have the bold step to actually say that they wanted to come out and condemn whatever they happen. The rest are just feeling like it no concern me. So far say they make my money. So now the thing be that now. So far say even if a Nigerian movie or industry did not pay me, internet will pay me. The engagement so I get 90 the money. So that one not concern me. So far as I afford basic need for them. But some of these people are actually the one that is fan those fave and all that. This is my favorite stance and all that. But they don't care.
So, will you honestly recommend someone who is outside the country to relocate to Nigeria?
They will not even answer you, even if you tell them, no, 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 no.
Some might answer, do you know, if you convince the person.
I told you,
Before,
there is
before
no
you even see
convince,
someone
there's
that
no
wants to
convincing.
relocate to this country, except the person is on his old age or dying stage,
They are
probably
old age will not want to.
probably 50 or 50 is even too young, probably on his
70,
70s.
yeah.
Okay, I don't want to die in a white man's country, and they take me to my father's land, or unless the person has even built probably a furnished house, he has built himself where he just relax, they chop the money small small.
There was this story I heard
Just
on
a
Twitter.
layman just come back like that, say you want to work.
This couple were actually in the US, and then they came to church and then tell the pastor that they wanted to return back to Nigeria where they can finally settle. And then they do a party of a send off for them. And then in the next 2 to 3 months, those couples are back again. They saw them on Sunday in church. The guy was like, "What happened?" He said, Nigeria no be anybody made, so they don't run come back." And those are old couples. So you can imagine how it's going to be if anybody is going to get convinced and then they wanted to come back and then they come back and meet the state that Nigeria is in now. You won't tell them for the second time that they will not even allow you to convince them for the second time. They are already born.
Are you coming to a country where there is no lights? A country where cost of fuel is
Because
high?
you're going to
Country where cost
sustain
of
yourself
living is high?
with diesel. You have to sustain yourself with an expensive meal, and not the food that you are eating here. You can get it as low, but here you have to spend more than what you are getting there. So you can imagine.
I can't even advise somebody. If I'm,
I think
if I'm giving someone that kind of way, I'm being a bad person.
a guy in
Giving
Ukraine,
someone that kind of advice.
there was war going on there. Do you know what he says? He said he'd rather remain there than come back to Nigeria. So you can imagine this the sharpness that Nigeria is in right now. So it's not as if that is imagine someone that is in a place that there's a war. He says it's not coming back. Even when they provide something, oh yeah, enter plane. They say they are not coming.
Even in their worst state, they are still giving. They still have
Shelters.
benefits to some other things. They give them I think every 3 days or every week. Yeah, they have this money they pay to them. Those in displaced, those that are in diaspora, they pay them something. Can that even happen in this country? Ordinarily, they demolish person house. They never see money give them.
So you can imagine. All these things is just something that we needed to look into. We need to use more. Our leader needed to at least attract more benefits to us instead of putting us in this mess. Because there are some people out there that is a Nigerian that made almost a lot of money that feels like they needed to. And then they will go through a leader. This one is not even the matter of a political leader or what. They will go through someone that they know in their hometown, and then they feels like, let me just meet this person. I want to build these so things in my country. Can you be of help? And then you find out that this person is not transparent with you. The amount that is spent in wanting this person to actually do this is what the person will take half of it and use the little that. Just take for instance, for someone that wanted a house to be built for him while he's away, and then you come back and met something else. So this is the same thing that the governments are not being transparent, and we are not being transparent at the same time.
Do you have anything more to say?
Well, the only thing I have to say is our government, they should really look up to and look into things that are really bothering the masses. I tell you, make that not pursue Davido. He's saying his mind, and I
They
believe his
can't even
opinion.
pursue him.
They can't
They can't.
I I
He's saying the truth.
I believe his opinion needs to be heard, and it's not even an opinion. He's saying the truth.
He's
It's
saying the
definitely the
truth. He's
truth.
not even giving them opinions.
It's the truth.
He's saying the
So
truth.
I think the government even needs to look into so many aspects for what he said not to be true, since they are true.
They're actually dragging him because of this from this news channel that feels like what he says. They feels like now Davido Nigeria made you. How can you say such a thing? And then you are a news station, and then why would you go on air and set the lights off, set the camera, and then you wanted to drag him for it and be like what he's saying is not true? Is the country in the state where you expect it to be? Are you earning the right amount of salary that you are supposed to be earning, or are you spending money on the right amount of food that you needed to spend? Because if let's just say, okay, you are earning 200,000 naira per month, how much do you think you can survive with? And then you still wanted to go on live and then be like, the video what he's saying is not good. You should be the one calling out some of this thing and then let every other person know, because this thing is really getting over and over. It's getting high every time. It's not coming down. It's affecting everybody.
Okay, viewers, in conclusion, remember, Nigeria's future is in our hands. As citizens, we can play a crucial role in demanding accountability, supporting positive change, and contributing to the nation's economic growth. We encourage you to continue the conversation on social media, share your thoughts, engage with fellow viewers, and let's work together to build a better future for Nigeria. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay hopeful. Have a blessed day. Bye.
People want to leave
Bye.
America and like find those
Leave America and go where?
back
Let's
home.
be honest. Go back where? It's not cool back home.
It's not.
Just, I mean, my country now is in the economy now is in shambles. Like,
But if okay, so if people are leaving,
I do my part.
yeah.
I'm an ambassador. So when I go home and I'm filming and showing, I'm not gonna show the bad parts. I ain't gonna show all the
You're
bad
not gonna
parts.
try to slum. You're not gonna show the trenches.
No, I go to the trenches.
Yeah.
I film the trenches, but I'm talking about the situation in the country.
Yeah.
Be Nigerians, you know what I'm saying? Like now the exchange rate is messed up. The a lot of stuff not going well. You know what I'm saying? The economy is just not good in the whole. The oil prices are too high. And imagine a country that produces oil. We produce the oil, and we pay more money for oil than a country that's importing the oil. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
just stuff like that. But regardless, entertainment is one of the things that's made Africa look good.
Yeah.